This week marks 100 days with President Donald J. Trump as leader of the free world.
I'm the king of the world!
Why is that significant? Well, Trump mentioned it again and again.
Think about what we can accomplish in the first 100 days.
First 100 days.
My 100-day action plan to make America great again.
So here's a quick recap of what's happened since January 20th. Ready? Okay, here we go. Day 1.
Hundreds of thousands of women have marched in Washington and many other U.S. cities to protest against Donald Trump.
Oh boy. Trump's first day in office is marked with the single biggest protest in U.S. history.
I will not respect an administration that won an election on the backs of Muslims and black people and undocumented people.
A lot of people are angry, but Trump's new team is a little busy with something else.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
Except that wasn't true. You just gotta look at the photos. And on day 3...
You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
By day 5, things are starting to get serious. Trump signs a new executive order to build a wall on the Mexican border.
Who's gonna pay for the wall? Who?
Spoiler alert, Mexico isn't paying for the wall. He then meets his UK counterpart Theresa May for the first time, and we find out this super awkward hand-holding could be because...
What?
On day 7, Trump signs another order, this time banning all refugees and immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority countries. Hundreds of people are detained at airports and thousands are stranded in overseas terminals. People aren't too happy. Enter the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. These guys start working round the clock to stop vulnerable families being deported. They get a federal judge to put a halt on the order, then they get the Court of Appeals to back them up.
Boom! Lawyered.
Meanwhile, Trump fires acting Attorney General Sally Yates after she tells officials not to enforce the ban. And on day 20, brings in Jeff Sessions to replace her. A man once accused of using his power to intimidate and frighten elderly black voters by the wife of Martin Luther King. 10 days later, Trump holds a campaign rally in Florida, even though he's already president.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Day 38. Trump reverses a law that prevents coal mining companies from dumping debris in rivers and streams. Day 43. In a series of late-night tweets, Trump accuses his predecessor, Barack Obama, of tapping his office phones during the election. But there is no evidence. 2 days later, Trump signs the new version of the travel ban, the same as the old one, but without Iraq. A judge in Hawaii shuts that one down too.
Boy, that's the story of my life. No respect. No respect.
Day 59. The FBI launches an investigation into whether the Trump campaign collaborated with Russia to win the election. Day 67. Trump plays golf for the 13th time in 9 weeks. In response to a chemical attack on civilians, Trump launches 50 cruise missiles at a Syrian airbase. It's the first time the US has ever attacked the Syrian regime while eating cake.
We had the most beautiful piece of chocolate cake that you've ever seen, and we've just launched 59 missiles heading to Iraq.
Well, you headed to Syria?
Yes, heading toward Syria.
Then, just 6 days later, Trump drops the largest ever non-nuclear bomb on Afghanistan. It's nicknamed the mother of all bombs. He's also on the brink of another war with North Korea and is running military drills with South Korea and Japan. Day 94. Remember the Mexico wall? Well, now the US government is at risk of shutting down because Trump wants Congress to fund it. They don't think that's a good idea. And finally, thanks to an AP investigation, we now know that big red button that's on Trump's desk, that brings him a can of Coke every time he presses it. No, really. But were the last 3 months a total disaster? Well, here's what he's also done. He pushed to bring down drug and human trafficking networks overseas. He's also signed 2 bills promoting women in science and engineering. And last week, Trump signed his 30th executive action, this time to help boost the agricultural industry. So that's 100 days in Trumpland. What does he think of reaching this benchmark? Love him or hate him, he's here to stay.